And I think it's beautiful. I'm having an absolute ball with it, Shannon. I must confess. I mean, this was hilarious to me. Dallas Cowboy fans turning against Dallas Cowboy fans. This is beautiful. I mean, talk about the disruption. I mean, I have this as a badge of honor, Shannon, that I've caused this kind of disruption. You know, because they think about the media. They're reacting to the media. They're reacting to the public outlash against the team. You got family members that are frustrated and all of this dissension. I love it. I just love it. This is exactly what they deserve.
Hey, what up, YouTube? I'm back with another video, man. I'm back with another video. But before we get into the video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man, and jump in that comment section. Talk to me. I talk back. Now let's get into the video. Now that clip I just played you right there, that was Stephen A. Smith, the #1 Cowboy Dak hater, back on national TV, shucking and jiving like you always do. Now the reason I played that video, because I had a lot of people email me and put in my comment section about the media uproar behind CeeDee Lamb's mom and Dak Prescott brother and Micah Parson's brother, and I just wanted to show you that clip to let you know that this is where all this come from. See, Dak and CeeDee Lamb probably already talked to each other behind the scenes. That's not gonna make national news because it don't bring in the ratings. Now the Dallas Cowboys got mollywopped by the Green Bay Packers damn near 2 weeks ago, but we still getting talked about on national news because the ESPN will not be a watchable show if they don't talk about the Dallas Cowboys. And I'm gonna prove it to you. Check it out.
The Dallas Cowboys are the most talked about team because they're the most popular team. When the Dallas Cowboys are great, everyone speaks highly of them, maybe outside of Stephen A. And for him, it's just a stick. Yeah, right? It's his thing. Jerry Jones loves Stephen A. Stephen A. loves Jerry Jones. He loves the Dallas Cowboys. If without the Dallas Cowboys, First Take would not be a watchable show during the football season.
Now that right there was Ryan Clark. Now most of y'all that watch my videos seen that clip on my channel before, but I had to bring it back to put some perspective behind this topic. The man said that the Dallas Cowboys are the most popular team, which makes them the most talked about team. So that's why Stephen A. Smith get on national TV and be shucking and jiving, even though the Dallas Cowboys got mollywopped damn near 2 weeks ago. And that's why we the most hated Cowboy Nation. If I was a Detroit Lion fan and my team just won and we're going further in the playoffs, I would want to wake up the next morning and see my team get talked about on TV. But instead, I got to get up and hear them talk about the Dallas Cowboys and some drama that they got going on that don't got nothing to do with nothing. Now, a lot of you know, a while back, Stephen A. Smith got on national TV and said, and don't quote me because I'm paraphrasing, I wake up in the morning and think about another way to make my bosses some money. So what better way to make your bosses some money than to get on national TV and start shucking and jiving and do this little dance you be doing about the Dallas Cowboys? What better way to make your bosses some more money? I don't have a problem with that. Get your paper, man. But the problem I do have is when y'all get on national TV and be lying. Because this next clip I'm getting ready to show y'all, in my opinion, this dude just flat out lied. Check it out.
And if you remember this, Shannon, and I'll give you the floor after saying this. If you remember this, before the season began, I told y'all I was in Vegas for the Errol Spence Jr. Terrence Crawford fight. Yep. And a whole bunch of Cowboys were there. And what were my words, Shannon? I said, yo, they believe in themselves defensively. But when you bring up Dak, they're like, man, he better step up. He better get it done.
You're saying players are saying
players. I said this right here on First Take. Before the season began, they were like, they were hopeful and they wanted to believe in him. But that was their trepidation.
Can I ask offensive or defensive, or do you not want to go there?
Okay. I'm not giving names. I'm not giving any indications.
Names.
But I will say this to you. It was on both sides of the ball.
Okay.
Both sides of the ball. There was a question mark, Shannon, as to whether or not he would step up.
Now, did y'all just hear that, man? That was Stephen A. Smith. And in my opinion, that man lying. This man said he was at the Errol Spence Crawford fight, and some Dallas Cowboy players on both sides of the ball, offense and defense, basically told him they don't got faith in Dak Prescott. He better step up. Man, that is straight cap, man. This dude is straight lying. Who on the offense side of the ball would have told him that? Who would have told him that? Now, a lot of you guys probably out there thinking like, well, Sports Junkie, why would he just make that up? And I'm gonna tell you why. Those first few clips I just played y'all, that's what I was trying to get you guys to understand. ESPN would not be a watchable show without talking about the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys have been eliminated from the playoffs. They got smacked by the Green Bay Packers in the first round. So the content for ESPN about the Dallas Cowboys is running low. It has ran out. out. So what better way to keep that content going than to just make up a story? Because if that story would have never existed, what would they have talked about the Dallas Cowboys? Nothing. You're running out of content. Now, I was always told you trust a person until they give you a reason not to. And Stephen A. Smith, the analyst, I'm not attacking the man, but the analyst or the basketball player gave me a reason not to. This man said he got a full scholarship in a tryout for hitting 17 straight threes. Now, what about Stephen A. Smith make you believe that he hit 17 straight threes? Man, stop it, man. Cowboy Nation, Dallas Cowboys are still getting talked about because they have no other choice. So for all you guys that put that in my comment section and that email me about it, just let it go, man. We got mollywop. We got eliminated. I know it hurt, but we just got to deal with it. In a minute, First Take is going to run out of content and they're going to start making up stories just like that story they just made up. Just like that story they just made up. Now that I done touched on the drama that ESPN keep bringing up and keep prolonging to keep their ratings going up because they're running out of content, now I'm going to touch on the drama that you guys been putting in my comment section and emailing me about. Dak Prescott, his brother, CeeDee Lamb and his mom, Micah Parsons, his brother. Let's talk about that. First, Micah Parsons. We don't got much to say because that man came out and said, my brother don't speak for me, so I guess that's kind of null and void. That's kind of null and void. When it comes to CeeDee Lamb and his mom, I really don't like to touch on topics like this because I don't like to because everything you say can be taken out of context and it become disrespectful. But I will say this, after they lost was not the time for Mama Lamb to come out and say Dak Prescott isn't it. The time to come out and say Dak Prescott wasn't it was during the season when him and your son had a chemistry going on and he feeding him the ball and this dude numbers is the best that they ever been in his career. That was the time to come out and say that. So I don't put no blame or I don't take it personal or something like that she said. Because I was always told 3 people will tell you the truth. A drunk, a baby, and a mad person. And CeeDee Lamb mom was just mad at the time, man. She was just mad. They lost. She was in her feelings. And maybe she do feel that way. Maybe she do. Maybe she do. But at the same time, that man that isn't it just got your son probably one of the biggest contracts in the NFL history for a wide receiver. That's what CeeDee Lamb about to get paid, and Dak Prescott had a hand in that. Whether he isn't this or he isn't that or he's trash or choke artist or whatever, that man just got your son a whole bunch of money. So that's all I say on that because like I said, I'm never going to disrespect CeeDee Lamb's mom or nobody's mom because in my opinion, CeeDee Lamb's mom is a Cowboy. Her son played for the Cowboys, so she a Cowboy, and I'll leave that at that. Now, as far as Dak Prescott, that's a whole nother matter and his brother. To be honest with you, I feel the same way his brother feel, man. If I was Dak Prescott, me personally, if I was Dak Prescott, I'll walk off in Jerry's office and tell Jerry to trade me, man. Trade me and trade me immediately. Like I've put my body on the line for this team. I've done everything I can for this team. And whatever I do wrong is highlighted, man, and I get killed by my own fan base and the national media. This man had a broken foot. He done had shoulder surgery, had a broken thumb. You know what I mean? Y'all remember when he was on the field, he facing this way, his foot facing that way. You know what I'm saying? My first couple years, I'm probably like the lowest paid quarterback in the league other than backups. They made me play my whole contract out to the end. Now if I ask for my money, I'm asking for too much. Man, if I was Dak Prescott, I'll walk in Jerry's office and tell him to trade me, man, and trade me tonight. And I know he got a no trade call, so that means he can kind of like determine where he want to go. And then all you Cowboy fans out there that been talking about Dak Prescott trash and they want him up out of here, then you'll get a chance to see what it's like to not have a franchise quarterback. Go ask some of these other teams, Atlanta. Go ask them how they doing. Go ask the Raiders. Look at some of these other teams that's been just straight trash for years because they can't find a quarterback. See, a lot of you guys think that you could just walk down the street and find a franchise quarterback. The stuff just don't happen like that, man. It just don't work like that. And it's not about how much Dak Prescott is worth. It's how much the market say. And right now, he's coming up for contract. So the market say, I make this amount of money. And that's just what it is. The man didn't have no run game or nothing, and y'all kill him. So if I was Dak Prescott, I'll go in there and say, trade me. And that's all I'm going to say on those topics. I hope I answered you guys' questions in the comment section, but I just don't want to get too far deep into that family business. You know, I try to stay away from stuff like that. But until the next one, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man, and jump in that comment section. And if it's any other topics you guys want me to talk about, be sure to put them in the comment section or email me. And if I can get to them, I will. Peace.